All right, friends, it's T-Man. We're back with a brand new video. And today we're going to do a video on Greg Doucette, the gym lifting, recruiting, fitness, gear slaves video he just posted. And in this video, Greg Doucette says, okay, Nick Walker, you asked for it. Oh, I can't wait.
Debate me all you want. Pump equals growth, period. I'm up for the challenge.
Pump equals growth. You're pumping up your muscles like a bicycle pump, all right?
I will debate you right now. Coach Greg, in today's video, does Nick Walker know how to train? Does he know how to build muscle? Last year, it looked like his career was over.
I love this one. Does he know how to train? Does he know how to build muscle? Does he need to? He's taking steroids. Huh.
But he's made a comeback. He's currently one of the best bodybuilders in the world. And I'm watching him speak, explaining how to build muscle, and I'm thinking, hey, he makes a lot of sense. But then the next video, he says the exact opposite. And so this is what I'm thinking. Nick Walker just yaps a lot, says a bit of everything, and hopes that sometimes he hits it out of the park. And so let's start when he gets it right.
I don't know if there's like a thing of hitting the fast twitch fibers, slow twitch fibers.
And so we're talking about building muscle. If you want to learn how to build muscle properly and effectively, well, that's what we're going to.
Yeah, you can't build muscle because muscle is post-mitotic. That's what Greg is not telling you. Greg takes steroids. He's faking it. He fakes muscle. And so is Nick Walker. These guys are all on steroids, man.
Talk about right now. I don't talk science, I talk experience. And so Nick Walker, he's not a science-based lifter. He's a practical trainer. He gets his gains from going to the gym, and he says, based on my experience, this is what you should do.
And everyone's different. If you connect better in a lower rep range, do it, bro.
Everybody's the same. Muscles are post-mitotic. You cannot build muscles. Muscles, they don't grow because they're post-mitotic.
I don't talk science. I talk experience.
And so he doesn't talk science, but proceeded to talk science for about 2 minutes.
Dreaming of an
Science, but proceeded to talk science for about 2 minutes. What? Here's the thing. He doesn't understand science. He talks science, or at least he tries to. He just doesn't get it. And so he
The question is, does it really matter what he says? Who cares? He's taking steroids.
says, I don't know if it's fast twitch or slow twitch. I just train and I just do my thing. It's
Yeah, he shoots up steroids and he lift weights. Okay.
experience. And so if you're a science-based lifter, what is the point? Well, maybe it has some merit, but maybe it doesn't. Okay, Nick.
What does science have to do with taking steroids, Greg?
This is how it works. The heavier the load, the more fast twitch fibers you're using, and the lighter the load, the more slow twitch muscle fiber.
Okay, so the heavier the load, the more fast twitch you use. And then I guess he said, what was it? The lower the load or something, use slow twitch or some bullshit. And what about it?
You're using. But you're using both. When you first start lifting, the first several reps,
You're always using both. They're always engaging.
it's more slow twitch fibers, but then as you proceed to go towards failure, it's going to recruit more fast twitch fibers. The heavier the load, the closer you get to failure.
Okay, and why do you need to go to failure? What's the purpose here? Why?
The more your body's going to recruit fast twitch fibers, and the lighter it is, the more it's slow twitch fibers. Hence the fact.
Are you going to open a window for protein synthesis? Is it going to open up even wider if you go to like failure or something? Is that it? This is fucking stupid.
When you see marathon runners, they're a lot smaller, but yet.
Yeah, but you guys are all lifting like marathon runners. You're all endurance athletes. That's why you guys are glycogen loading.
Sprinters, they have a lot more muscle, more fast twitch fibers.
Now, why do sprinters have a lot more muscle? Because they're running a lot faster, causing stretches in the fibers. They're sprinting. It's based on periodic stuff you're doing. It's not based on long distance endurance. You're enduring.
Has the ability to grow bigger muscles than slow twitch. And so if you are born with
How do you have the ability to build a bigger muscles? You can't build more muscle, but you can hypertrophy muscles. Yeah, you can hypertrophy sarcoplasmic or myofibular, like I've said in my videos. Yeah, okay.
slow twitch fibers, you're never going to look like Nick Walker. I don't care how many steroids, growth hormone, and so on that you're doing. But if you're like
Yes, you will. If you do what he did, you'll look like him. If you do exactly what he did, you'll look like him, and probably even better, depending if you're taller.
Speed, who likely has more fast twitch muscle fibers, as evidenced by the fact that he's an
Man, he's very light and skinny. He has more fast twitch. I don't know that for sure, man. Who knows? He's practice. He does practice at running and does a bunch of stuff.
incredible sprinter. It's much easier for him to put on muscle than for a marathon runner. Oh, you're thinking, no, I show speed, can't put on muscle. Why does he have so many natty or not accusations? Have you seen
You mean, can he put on some hypertrophy mass? Yeah, he could. Anybody can, Ed. What about it?
him at
He's got money. He can eat as much as he wants.
as of late? He's put on so much muscle that no one seems to believe that he's natural. I did a natty or not on him 5 months ago,
I
and
love
he
this one. He's put on so much muscle that nobody believes he's natural. You mean he put on so much mass because you can't build muscle, they're post-mitotic. So everybody thinks he's unnatural. Okay, so he ate a lot of carbohydrates and he blew up his muscles. You can see right there, he's not ripped or anything.
put on 15 pounds of mostly muscle, lean tissue, and
He didn't put on 15 pounds of lean tissue muscle mass. He put on 15 pounds of non-contractile proteins, get it? Glycogen.
since that time, he's continued to grow.
I'm not even big and you saying that. I'm not big at all.
He is looking that big. Comparing I Show Speed to
No, he's not. And even if he is looking big, so what? I've seen lots of big people in the street. They're fat and they're big. Okay, big fat people are big people. And what about it?
year ago till today, he looks like he's been on steroids. Visually, the eye test,
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, he looks like he's on steroids. All right. Oh yeah, man. Mega doses. Like he looks like Nick Walker. Yeah, sure. Okay.
it's pretty incredible the amount of muscle that he's
Whatever.
put on. I watched him doing some arm wrestling
He's got money. He can eat as much as he wants all the time, all day, all night.
with Brian Shaw, and he said he weighed 180 pounds. Bro is 5'8". He weighed about 150 pounds years ago, and so close to 30 pounds he's added in a year. I mean, how is that
Yeah, 30 pounds. That isn't muscle, man.
possible? Is he taking steroids?
How do I take a steroid P test? I'll take a P test.
I personally believe him. I don't think that he's juicing. I think that he's just got
Why would he take any juice if he can afford to eat as much as he can? He's fucking rich.
great genetics and he's training. And so
Not
when
poor.
you get exquisite genetics combined with training like I Show Speed, you can put on muscle. And you're thinking, well, it's not possible. Have we not seen Hussein Farhat?
Yeah, it's not possible. So people that stay in protein synthesis and when they stay in positive nitrogen balance, no, you can't build muscle because if you're in positive nitrogen balance, and let's say you are lifting in the gym, oh, absolutely not. You're never going to put on any muscle, right? Even though science tells you protein synthesis needs to exceed protein breakdown to see that mass on that myofibrillar to build up these contractile proteins. So you're telling me that I Show Speed, who can afford to eat as much as he wants and be in positive nitrogen balance, protein synthesis exceeds breakdown, be anabolic growth state, and go to the gym and he's not going to put on any muscle? Like, what the fuck is Greg talking about? You think he's like the rest of you gym slaves out there where you're all negative nitrogen balance, skating uphill, trying to build muscle and being in negative nitrogen balance? This is just ridiculous.
I know you hate it. Oh my goodness. You're such
Oh
a
my goodness, I hate it. Like, see, Greg doesn't want to tell you the secret to building muscle. Here's the secret. I got to tell everybody right now in this video. When protein synthesis exceeds protein breakdown, that's when muscles will grow. Okay?
bad person because you said Hussein is natural. 4 blood work tests he passed and a lie detector. Oh, but those are not accurate. I would
Actions may speak louder than words, but when those words are strong,
because you said Hussein is natural. 4 blood work tests he passed and a lie detector. Oh,
I don't know what the hell these guys are doing. They don't look that big, man. They don't look like Nick Walker or anything like that, okay? Whatever.
well, but those are not accurate.
But I know he admitted to taking steroids. Jeff Nippard has ordered steroids and he takes steroids because he's admitted to it. I don't know about these guys. They've never admitted to anything, but Who knows? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. What does it matter? Anyways, they're just puffy, man. Anyways, it's just fake. When they stop taking it, it'll all go away. And they don't look that big at all. Do they look like Nick Walker, like professional? Do they even look like fucking those board short guys? They don't even look like them. They don't even look like fucking classic physique or fucking open bodybuilding. They just look, they don't look anything like that. So what?
I would dare you to go and get a lie detector test and 4 blood work tests after taking steroids.
Train hard to connect with a muscle, whether it's 6 reps or 20 reps.
Yeah, train hard, connect with the muscle. Yeah, you mean don't connect with the syringe, right? With steroids. Okay, right.
Your hip muscle.
And so this is where Nick Walker gets it right. If you connect more doing sets of 6 reps, well, go for 6. If you like it more to do, for example, 20 reps, then do 20. And what does
See, if you like 6 reps, do 6. If you like 20, do 20. Because either way, they're all going to build muscle magically out of thin air. All right.
science say? Well, Nick, science says that you're right. Whether you do sets of 6 or sets of 20, so long
It's funny.
as you go to
It's funny, yeah, as long as you go to failure, but science says that protein synthesis needs to outpace protein breakdown to see that mass. Otherwise, you're not going to see any growth. But Greg is going to argue you need to do 6 sets, 20 sets, or go to failure. That's when you see growth. But a set doesn't grow muscles.
failure or close to failure, both can grow muscles equally. And so in
See? Both will equally grow muscles. So what kind of muscle? Here's a question. If protein synthesis needs to outpace protein breakdown, that builds contractile proteins. But he says sets build muscles. So what kind of muscles are you building by pushing sets? What kind of muscles are you building? Sarcoplasmic, the pump. You're pumping up your muscles. Get it? You're building non-contractile proteins. You're not building muscle. You're building artificial muscle growth. They call it sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. You're pumping your muscles. That's why sets will build your muscles. If a set could build your muscles, then it must be sarcoplasmic. It cannot be myofibrillar. Get it?
this video, he actually gets it right. I do believe it was a guess, but he is right after all. Remember, he's basing this on experience. He's saying, I don't remember what doing sets of 6 is. I don't like that. I'd rather do 12 to perhaps 20 reps. Lighter weights, great control, squeezing, time under tension, gonna build a boatload of muscle.
See, you're going to build a boatload of muscle doing sets and reps, not eating. You're not going to build any muscle if you're in positive nitrogen balance. You're going to build muscle if you pump up your muscle with sets and reps, like Greg says. Get it?
What I believe is that you probably shouldn't be closer to 20, but you should be closer to 12. 8 to 12, in my opinion. When doing sets
So 8 to 12 is the perfect number to pump up your muscles, okay, to build muscles.
of 20, there's greater fatigue, and it's going to take you longer to recover. And so if you were to do sets of 20 every single day in comparison to 10, 5 sets of
What if I recover within an hour after having a couple of drinks, a couple of glasses of water, after that grueling session, marathon session? Yeah.
20, it's 100 reps. 5 sets of 10, it's only 50 reps. And so which do you think is harder to perform? If your goal
I don't know which one.
is simply to build muscle, I would aim more for the 8 to 12 repetitions because it's
So 8 to 12 is what builds muscles. Okay. A rep builds muscles.
going to be easier to get close to failure and easier to recover from. And not only that, when you train very, very heavy, for example, sets of 5, the chances of injury are greater.
Sets of 5. Okay.
Think of it. What do you think you're going to be more likely to tear your pec on? Rep 20 on the bench press or rep 5?
Time and time again, bro.
In the next video, here's Nick Walker contradicting everything he's saying in this video. And so, can he just stick to an opinion and go with it? Why does he keep changing his mind? Debate
Why do you need to go heavy?
me all you want. Pump equals growth, period. I'm up for the
See, even he admits to it. Pump equals growth. There you go. You're pumping up your muscles like a bicycle pump.
challenge.
All of this is fake. People just don't realize that you're wasting your time.
I will debate you right now.
Your scientific people can debate me all you want. Pump equals muscle.
And so he says scientific.
See, pump equals muscle. Pump up your muscles. Go to the gym. Use the weights to pump up your muscles. So why are you lifting heavy? If heavy weights don't build muscles, but pumping your muscles up do, why go heavy? Why? What is the purpose behind it? So you can injure yourself and fuck off?
People can debate you all you want. I'm a guy with both science and experience. Remember, I'm also an IFBB pro with 4 decades of experience, 40 years. Now, I don't have his genetics. I'm not as good as him. I'm not as big as him. But I do have the education as well as the experience. And so I combined it all into one. As well as the experience. And so I combined it all into one.
It just shows you had a good workout. Doesn't equivalent to growth. Tell that to Jay. Tell that to Ronnie. Tell that to all the 90 bodybuilders that literally trained for the pump.
Yeah, there's a high degree of
Yeah, they train for the pump, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. These guys are aesthetic builders. They go on stage, aesthetic building. They're not bodybuilders.
correlation between getting a pump and building muscle.
Calling themselves a bodybuilder is an overestimation. They're not building bodies. They're man, they're aesthetic building, sarcoplasmic.
Almost anyone who goes to the gym and does sets, you're going to get a pump. And so you can say, see, pump equals growth. Well, was it the pump that
It does.
caused the growth, or the fact that you did all those sets with heavy?
Well, it's the artificial slave food diet you're eating called carbohydrates, and then because you're pumping for every gram of glycogen, 3 grams of water being drawn between skin and muscle into the muscle. Yeah.
weights. Let me give you an example of how to get a pump without building muscle. I raced yesterday for almost an hour
Okay, how do you get a pump without building muscle? Eat protein and don't eat any carbs. There you go.
and a half on the bike. 17 sprints were performed. It's a lot. My legs were blown up. Big pump. But
Think about it. Protein doesn't pump up your legs. Protein doesn't pump you up at all. But isn't that what builds muscle? So if you're getting pumped, what's causing the pump? Glycogen, not protein.
I also did an hour and a half of cardio. How many of you people think that if I just do that all the time, that my legs are going to grow and become a Mr. Olympia champion?
I don't know.
Or do you think that I would build more muscle in my legs by not sprinting for a minute plus multiple times during a race and just doing sets of squats? Let's take these two people. I go to the gym and I do 10 sets of 6 repetitions. Bench press. I rest 5 to 10 minutes between sets. 6 reps. Go pretty hard. 1 rep of failure, perhaps failure. End of the workout, I have a little bit of a pump, sure. And so I build some muscle. Great.
I got a little bit of pump, so sure, I built some muscle. So pumps build muscles. Get it, dude? Like a bicycle pump. Because muscle is post-mitotic. You cannot build muscle fibers. You cannot build muscle. But you can pump up your muscles because it's fake.
Comparison,
Fake.
I go to the gym and I do 100 reps to failure. Crazy
Like,
pump.
listen, everybody tells you that muscles build outside the gym, right? If muscle actually builds outside the gym, Greg says that the pump is what builds the muscles. So you're building muscles in the gym, pumping them up, according to Greg Doucette.
Unbelievable. My pump is huge. In comparison, when I did 10 sets of 6, smaller pump. Little bit, not nearly as much. Which do you think builds more muscle? The all-out set to 100 or 10 sets of 6? If it's all about the pump, why don't we just get pumps? And so if it's all about the pump, why is it that the pump is not going to give you as much muscle as training scientifically, which is
It does. It hypertrophies muscle. It doesn't build muscle, it hypertrophies it.
lower repetitions to failure? He contradicts himself. In the first video, he said
Why do you need to do lower repetitions? He's going higher because he's trying to pump up his muscles.
if it's 6 reps and you feel it, then go for that. If it's 20 and you feel it, then do that. Either or, pick the one that you like better. But in the second video, which by the way is taken in the very same day, he says it's all about the pump. And so he's going for 20 reps.
That's right.
Anyone going to debate me? Nick Walker asked to debate me, and so I'm debating you. Does doing 20 reps give you a bigger pump than 5? The answer is yes. So by definition, based on what he's saying a bigger pump builds more muscle, and therefore 20 reps builds more muscle than 5. He's the one that wanted the debate. He's saying that science-based.
Yes, 20 reps build muscle more than 5 reps will ever build muscle because reps build muscles. Get it? Food doesn't build muscles. Reps build muscles, not food, not air, not water, not nothing. Pumps build muscles and reps. Okay.
training is bullshit, or it has its place a little bit, but I have experience. I have both. And so my opinion, he was right in the first place. You can build just as much muscle doing sets of 6 as you can doing sets of 20. Depends on
See, people, look, you can build just as much doing 6 in the other. Okay, yeah.
how you like to train. My
Right.
anaerobic lactic energy system, it's through the roof. That's when you can do heavy weights for high
It's just like endurance. He's just bouncing the weight up and down, up and down. He's bouncing it sumo style. Taking some steroids, bouncing the weight up and down.
reps, for example, 20, 30, and so on. Other powerlifters,
What a yo-yo.
for example, their anaerobic alactic energy system
Yeah, but
is
what
through
does
the
that
roof.
have to
That's
do-
doing super
Yeah,
heavy
but what
weights.
does that have to do with bodybuilding, the powerlifting stuff now you're talking about?
It's for
Let's
one-
talk about pumps.
1, 2, perhaps 3, maybe 5 reps at most. In that first energy system, you're going to be relying predominantly on ATP. In the second energy system, the anaerobic lactic energy system, glycolytic, it's going to be using muscle glycogen as well as
Oh, okay, it is it? Glycolytic glycogen, right.
converting lactic acid for energy. And so for
Burning lactic acid for energy? Well, usually burns carbs or protein for energy. Okay.
these individuals, for example, sets of 30 seconds and or a minute, for example, sprinting up a short hill,
Yeah.
Unlike generic AI tools, Content Agent understands
example, sets of 30 seconds and or a minute, for example, sprinting up a short hill or doing a Guinness World Record deadlift, that is the energy system that you primarily rely on. Now, the third energy system, it's aerobic. That's when you go all day. Aerobic, you're going to get a pump, but it doesn't build as much muscle as the other energy systems. And so
Oh, okay.
if you're just thinking,
Doesn't build as much muscle. You mean it doesn't hypertrophy your muscles as much as these other systems? Okay.
it's all about the pump. Well, when I do a warm up on the bike for 10 minutes, for example, I have a pump, but it's not building muscle. It's not just about the pump. The pump is a byproduct of
And what is it building then if you get it?
doing heavy sets for extended periods of time. And so, Nick, feel free to respond.
First he says the pump builds muscles, these reps and sets and shit. Then he says, well, I'm on a bike, I get a pump. It doesn't necessarily build muscle. What the fuck? He's all over the place, Greg, man. He cannot make up his mind. And the best part is he says a pump builds muscles, but muscles are post-mitotic. You cannot build any muscles. You can't build muscles. You can't build a muscle by fucking lifting weights or eating a shitload of food or anything. That's why their muscles, they don't grow like that. They don't grow. There's people out there, look at them. They eat tons of food. I know people that eat fucking, 100,000 calories a day. Their muscles are not growing. What are you talking about? Because they're post-mitotic.
Back to this debate where you feel like it's just all about the pump. You're saying, that's what Jay Cutler and Ronnie Coleman always
Yeah, that's all they care about because they're steroid aesthetic builders.
said. Ronnie Coleman was famous for saying nothing but a peanut, lightweight baby, and doing sets of 2 on the deadlift or 2 on the
lifting.
squat. Did we not see
Yeah, he's ego lifting because he's stupid for the camera, and he fucking destroyed himself because he's an idiot.
Ronnie Coleman train? Since when did Ronnie Coleman only train for a pump? Now, Jay Cutler, he doesn't
He
rest a
trained for
lot
pump.
between sets. This is
Oh,
true.
okay, then Ronnie Coleman trained to recruit motor units. Okay, whatever, man.
But he also trains hard, and he has a lot of volume. Whatever you want to do in the gym, if you
A lot of volume equals sarcoplasmic, yeah.
want to go to the gym and rest 5 minutes between sets, or if you want to go and rest 1 or 2 minutes between sets, you're going to
yeah.
get more pump with resting 1 or 2 minutes, but doesn't mean you're going to build more muscle than if you rest 5. And so my advice, train the way you want, do whatever program makes you happy, and the program that you enjoy and that you like, that you can
Yeah, do the same thing they're doing.
continue to do for the rest of your life. That is a program that's going to equal the most gain.
Holy shit, do the same thing for the rest of my life? That's like people complaining about eating steak for the rest of their life. You're not going to get fucking bored or what? Doing the same shit over and over again?
And of course, if you're trying to do the sets with less rest between sets, consider GO2 Max. Improve your cardio, improve your recovery.
Yeah, improve your cardio, this, that. GO2 Max is going to build muscle. Yeah. Even though muscle's post-mitotic.
And if you want to build more muscle,
See if you want to build more muscle, Turk Builder, but the problem is muscles are post-mitotic. Not even steroids could build muscles. No testosterone, no supplement on this fucking planet can build a muscle because muscle is post-mitotic. They don't go through mitosis. Only a progenitor cell can go through mitosis.
Platinum or Turk Builder Max. Don't forget about the Blue Lobster pre-workout with solidroside as well as beta-alanine. Beta-alanine allows you to buffer more lactic acid, have more energy for those extended sets. For example, you're doing a set to failure for a minute, going to make a significant difference. Code Greg, 15% off. And by the way, we of course have money back guarantees and a $20 gift card if the supplements don't greatly exceed your expectations.
Okay.
If you're looking for a coach, click the link in the description and apply right now. I'm coaching several athletes, both competitors.
These coaching athletes, yes, press the link. These athletes, the drug people are athletes. I didn't know they call people on drugs who are drug addicts athletes. And their new athlete was a drug addict.
And non-competitors, and so if you're interested,
Jesus Christ, man! That means all of the Olympics, they're all drug addicts. The Olympics is a drug sport, really. They should just call it drug sport.
apply right now. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of those two bloops. Interested in getting the cookbook, or if you want your
Get the cookbook. The fake cookbook, you don't need that because if you eat your natural animal diet, why the fuck would you need a cookbook? That's probably I would call that the death book. That book will kill you. The food in there, what you do.
blood
Cooking will kill you, and eating these slave food diets.
work done, go to AlgoRx, click the link, code Greg 10% off, as well as they
go
sell.
against health. They don't make you healthy. They fuck your health. So you're gonna go to the gym thinking you're getting healthy, lifting weights, which exercise doesn't make you healthy. Food does, but okay, whatever, man.
Enclomiphene, telmisartan, Cialis,
And clomiphene, Cialis, tartan, this, that, whatever. All of these drugs, man. You need all these drugs because you're so unhealthy, people out there. Yes.
Viagra, semaglutide.
Viagra, you can't get your dick up because peasant slave food diet. The death book, you've been using the cook death book. Now you're like fucking impudent.
Terzipatide, the list goes on and on. If you're
See, terzipatide, the list goes on and on and on. All of these things are going to build muscle. Meanwhile, science says muscles are post-mitotic. They do not build.
interested, they have very cheap prices. Doctors prescribe these. It's 100% legal. Click the link.
Of course, doctors prescribe these. They're 100% legal. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel.